Andreas Matthew here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and I appreciate the second purchase in 1 week. Polarized G-15 lenses now, so with the help of my GoPro camera, I'm going to show you how I cut Unbreakable bulletproof G-15 lenses for your RayBan 5289 color 2003-4 size 48. So you're getting lenses only today. I'm going to take the frame that I used before out of its case, take the sleeve off, and I'm going to pop the demo lenses out of your frame, and I'm going to put them into the tracing element of my Santanelli LE1000 patternless edger. It is tracing the shape of your left lens, and then it's going to scoot over and trace the shape of your right. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. And actually, you know what? Let me get some other flatter lenses. These have a little bit more curvature, a little bit more wrap. I notice that your frame is somewhat flat, so let me get my... sit down, get all my lenses out here. Hang on with me. Hang on, you get to see my secret stash. Let me pull everything back out. My polarized lenses in every color that I have in stock. Let's see. The mirror coated, the G-15 6 base. Here we go. This is going to be slightly flatter curvature because ophthalmic frames, which I will show you. Let me put everything back. Hang on, got to clean up. Okay. Ophthalmic frames are very, very straight, where sunglasses have a little bit more curvature. I'm actually wearing a sunglasses. I put clear ophthalmic lenses in there, but I'm wearing a sunglasses. So what I did, let me pull up the shape. That is it. I'm going to type in the pupillary distance. This is a polycarbonate lens being cut for a Xyle frame, which is an old school name for plastic. It is 8:37 on Wednesday, April 23rd, 70 degrees in my hometown of Durham, North Carolina, at least according to my Samsung Gear watch. Let me put these back up. Now that I've torn the wrapper open, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. Okay, let me just do this then. Let me take your lenses out. Here are your polarized lenses, and they actually come with a plastic sleeve on both sides of the lens to protect it during shipping. I'm tearing it off at the corner. This is how they actually start off, and I'm going to show you one cool trick to show you how in the future you can test to make sure that every lens is polarized when they say it is. You've heard the term polar opposites. Now what polarization does, imagine Venetian blinds for your eyes. The same way you can skip a stone off of water, light does the same thing. It hits a flat surface and reflects back up. So this is like Venetian blinds. Anything on a horizontal level, it's going to stop the glare. Now, the only time that will not happen is if you're in New York City and there's glare off of a glass skyscraper. If you turn your head sideways, then the glare will take away. But as long as it's horizontal, and the way you can test a lens, when I hold both of them up, you can actually see through them. But if I rotate them and break that meridian, no light gets through. And that's why it's called polar opposites, because they fight with each other. No light will get through. That's how they stop the glare. So let me put this block on your lens. This is what's needed before it goes inside the lathe. I've got a little double-sided adhesive sticker from 3M. The black side is the sticky side. I'm going to stick this on the block, pull away the back side, and put that sticker right there on that lens. I'm going to do the same thing for the left lens. Actually, let's make this one the right. Dun, 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 dun. How's that for a camera angle? Dun, 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 dun. Can I do sunglasses GoPro camera? All right, so let me put this in here and hit start. As you saw before with the first pair of glasses I made for you a few days ago, the calipers are going to come down and trace the shape of your frame onto this lens to make sure it'll cut out. And the reason why it's shaped this way is it lets me know which meridian I'm working with. So there are some pilots that, and actually this is a good time to bring it up. Well, here, while it's cutting, I'll do that. So trace the concave side of the lens, which is closest to your eyelashes. The calipers are now tracing the convex side of the lens, and then it's going to drop down onto the cutting wheel, which is that lighter color wheel on the left, which is like a heavy grit sandpaper. This wheel in the center with the channel is what's going to put the bevel onto the lens, so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. This is going to get loud and I'll have to close the door, but for now I wanted you to see is your unbreakable polycarbonate lens touches down on the cutting wheel. So the basics of your lenses It is the Unbreakable polycarb, so it'll be easy for you to pop them in and out. You never have to worry about breaking this lens. It's a softer material. It bends versus breaking like the original glass lenses that come out of a RayBan. It's bulletproof up to 22 caliber and has both UVA and UVB protection. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin from overexposure. Your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. But the same way that you saw the light being blocked when I held the two lenses at polar opposites, the only downside to polarization is, again, it blocks all glare. Well, cell phones, gas pumps, radio gauges in a car is a glare source. So some of these things look black. So when, let's see, where's my phone? Here's my phone. When I have it like that, you can see through it. A lot of times, sometimes if I rotate it, it might go black like that. Well, let's turn it back on. Maybe this one does. I can't tell which effects you guys are getting. But if that's ever the case, if you're looking at something like the gas pump and it's black, just slightly rotate your head. I'm mimicking if you're rotating your head. With the phone, you can do. The gas pump, you can't move. And everything will be visible and seen. Hop, skip, and a jump. The Plano collection. Plano means no power. Nothing. That's what happened to me when I got married. I got no power anymore. See how that happens? Best thing that ever happened to me. But still, used to be able to eat what I wanted, whenever I wanted, go to bed when I want. Nope, don't have that power anymore. Okay, let's take your lens out, dry it off. I do want to put a safety bevel. Used to have a little bit of rough edges. So when I use this to do a safety bevel, feel free to have a powdered donut while I'm here. If you like those things, little sugar donuts, they put blue dye on. My tongue was blue all day. None of my patients told me that till the very end. Come on, guys, a little heads up. All right, so to see if this fits, I tuck it in at the outside corner. Then using my thumbs, I press down. I always start a little bit large. I'm taking 1/10 of a millimeter off your lens, going around the circumference. I want to make it easy for a novice to be able to pop these in. Of course, Andreas, by now, you're a pro at how to pop the lens in. This is your second pair of lenses in 1 week. I do thank you. My wife wants a new pair of shoes. You're making it happen. So 1/10 of a millimeter is coming off the circumference of your lens. So all shipping is free anywhere in the continental US. The other thing is, 99% of all optical shops do free adjustment. So if these are loose or too tight or they're sitting crooked, just stop by your local place and they'll be glad to adjust it for you. It only takes about 30 seconds to a minute to adjust a pair of glasses. Actually, let me put these original lenses in here, and I'm going to label them. It has an 8 base curve, so I know to put these into sunglasses. I grabbed the wrong pack out. I was in a hurry to finish before 9 because I have to be out of this building at 9. 8:43 it is. All right, let me clean everything off. Dry everything off. Now let me clean that off. So use that, drop that on the floor. The shavings that I scraped off, that is, not your lens. So, let's start with the right lens. Tuck it in at the outside corner first, then using the thumbs press down at the nose, snaps in perfectly. Let's go ahead and cut your left lens. Flip that over to left and hit start. Just like the first procedure, the calipers are going to come down and trace the shape of your left lens onto the frame this time. So yeah, polarized lenses are great. You'll love them for driving in the snow, around water, anything like that. Again, the only downside is when you're trying to look at your cell phone, so just rotate your cell phone ever so slightly, break that 90-degree meridian that you're looking at. And of course, gas pumps, just actually tilt your head, just ever so slightly. But your pilots, the reason why they can't wear it is that their gauges are polarized because of the glare of the sun coming in the cockpit. So when you put on polarized lenses, all their gauges go black and they can't see anything. And pilots are funny about that. They want to be able to read their gauges for some reason. I don't know why. They're just spoiled demons up there in the sky, that's all. So I'm going to take this block off of your lens. It's no longer needed. I'm going to use my de-blocker. That pulls that off. I'm going to peel that sticker off. And let's go ahead and write. What are these for? These lenses are cut for a RayBan 5289, size 48. And these are polarized G-15 lenses. So I do include instructions with every, and these, your lenses are about to be put into protective padded sleeves. And I'm going to put this inside of a padded envelope to ship to you. Ooh, my last one is going into my Georgia O'Keeffe padded envelope. My wife hates it when I say that and do that, but that's what it looks like before I put your lenses in there. Put the mailing label on there, seal it up, and send it on its way. You should have it in a day or two. The U.S. Post Office is really quick. I know people like to bash them, but for this 1 year that I've been selling online, they have never failed me yet, and there's been things I can get cross country in 2 days. Unbelievable. So, yeah, I include instructions. I'll also be throwing in a cleaning cloth with instructions on how to care for your cleaning cloth so it'll last you for years. I also send out a photo request. A couple years ago when patients started to pick up their glasses, I would take pictures of them. I have several digital picture frames in my office, each with hundreds if not thousands of smiling faces on them. So that's why I send out a photo request. So it helps me identify with the person on the receiving end so I can see the work that I've done. It's hard cutting lenses for people and not seeing them wear them. This is all new to me. So I'll clean the Schwarf off. I put the safety bevel onto your lens, clean that off. Let's make sure it fits in the left lens. Tuck it in at the outside corner. Press down at the nose. That snaps in perfectly. Let me take this block off. I'm going to pop your lenses out. Now the other ones you take out, you turn the frame downward. You always use your thumb. It's always at the nose. When I was popping them in, I tuck them into the outside corner and then push down at the nose. To take them out, I turn the frame and I point it downward. I grab the frame with my left hand, and with the edges of my fingers, I slightly pull back. And using my thumb, I press down at the nose. Out pops the lens. To put them in, just the opposite. You rotate the frame upwards, tuck it into the outside corner, and push down at the nose. So I turn it downward to pop them out. I push down at the nose, take the right lens out. Push down at the nose, take the left lens out. One thing I want to do before shipping to you is use my optical grade acetone to clean any of the adhesive residue that could be left over from the stickers. Clean that off. Dry everything off with my cleaning cloth. And set that on the counter, dry off, and then just have to do a final inspection of the lenses, and then I'm going to get them shipped to you. Hold them up to the light to make sure there's no blemishes, and again to test they're polarized. Put them together, you can see through them, but as I rotate one, it goes pitch black. That's how you can always test to see if lenses are polarized. So, and if you already have one pair, just hold up a second pair of glasses. You can do it that way. So I'm going to put your lens into the sleeve. Fold your Unbreakable lens over for the padding around it, at least for twice the protection. Put that in there. Do the same thing for the left lens. And I'll drop this off on my way to the mailbox tonight. The post office, that is. I drive past it on my way home. Clean up my mess. And that is it. Andreas, I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to cut lenses for you. You're helping me chase my American dream. If I can be any help, you know where to find me at. I'm only email away. Everyone else, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com if you have any questions about what I can and can't do. And Andreas, again, thanks for the second purchase. Now that you have seen how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.